Poor Shinichiro Asano has the worst of luck. His parents abandoned him and ran off to Europe. If that isn't bad enough on its own, they barely left him any money to take care of himself. In order to pay rent and keep a roof over his head, he has to work. Unfortunately, he was just fired from his last job, and as a high school student, he doesn't have many other prospects. One evening, he's attacked by a centipede monster on his way home. Shinichiro is saved by a mysterious girl with a bow and arrow, who he later discovers is Sakuya Shimazu, a beautiful student who attends his school. But when he later helps an injured girl, he discovers two things. First, the injured girl isn't human at all, but rather a Nekomata, a two-tailed demon cat. And second, Sakuya comes from a family of exorcists, who've protected humanity from rogue monsters and spirits for generations. Because Shinichiro is responsible for releasing the Nekomata, Sakuya enlists his help in recapturing the demon. But that's just the beginning of Shinichiro's relationship with Sakuya. It turns out the Shimazu family needs a housekeeper, and it just so happens that Shinichiro excels at cooking and likes to clean. It may not be his dream job, but if it pays the rent and puts food on the table, he might as well do it. Valkyrie Drive. Naive 16-year-old Momori Tokonome is accustomed to being teased at school for having an unfortunate surname that can also be read as virgin. However, young Memori will soon have to get used to being teased in other ways. Kidnapped during gym class, Memori wakes up only to find herself stranded and under attack on the exotic island of Mermaid. Luckily, enigmatic fellow castaway Mirai Shikishima knows exactly how to take the lead, through a passionate kiss. Mirai unleashes Memori's extra transformation abilities, turning the innocent redhead into a battle-ready cutlass through the power of arousal. The duo will need to tap into that power as Mermaid Island is full of potential friends and foes. Charlotte, the sadistic liberator of an extra harem, the gluttonous and crafty Meifon, the mysterious but charismatic Akira Hiragi, and the erotic biker duo Lady Lady. Momori and Mirai's powerful and intimate embrace is the only way for the pair to ensure their survival on this scandalous island. Kiss X Sis. After Keita Sumino's mother passed away, his father promptly remarried, introducing two stepsisters into Keita's life, twins Ako and Riko. But since their fateful first encounter, a surge of incestuous love for their younger brother overcame the girls, beginning a lifelong feud for his heart. Now at the end of his middle school career, Keita studies fervently to be able to attend Aka and Riko's high school. While doing so, however, he must resolve his conflicting feelings for his siblings and either reject or succumb to his sister's intimate advances. Fortunately, or perhaps unfortunately for Keita, his sisters aren't the only women lusting after him, and there's no telling when the allure of temptation will get the better of the boy as well. Yosuga no Sora. Haruka and Sora Kasugano are coming home, to a place filled with memories. Having lost their parents in a tragic car accident, the twins resolve to return to the countryside and start life anew at their grandfather's house. That haunts a constant reminder of moments from their past. Greeting them are childhood friends now Yorihime and Akira Amatsume, and newcomer Kazuo Migawa. It is a warm welcome, symbolic of the days that should come. Their peace is merely ephemeral, however, as suppressed emotions, born from vows both newfound and forgotten, start exerting their influence on the twins' new lives. And deep down, a dark secret, only known to them, begins to unshackle. Based on the visual novel by Sphere, Yosuga no Sora not only explores the power of lost memories and true love when the bonds of many become intertwined, but also raises the questions of morality and social acceptance. Echii. Hobbies are often a great way of meeting new people, but how could Kakeru Daichi, who collects rare juice cans, have ever suspected that he'd meet a fascinating new girl when he attempted to drink her? Naming her Melon because she's got great melon soda, Kakeru quickly learns that she's an Echii, a beautiful girl who's also a special can created to fight other Echii in a strange experiment to determine what kind of container is better, steel or aluminum. Will becoming involved in this ridiculously twisted research project gone amok complicate Kakeru's life incredibly? Of course it will. But because Melon's still body needs carbon dioxide to breathe, he's now stuck with her since she's too CO2 dependent. And when his wealthy, attractive, best childhood friend Najimi gets her own aluminum echii, the trouble really begins. MM. Taro Sato is a high school student who lives his day-to-day life with a big secret. He's a masochist. Encouraged by his cross-dressing best friend Tatsukichi Hiyama, Taro asks the second voluntary club for help with his problem, and ends up joining the club after they vow to fix him. However, it turns out that all the members of the club have some serious issues. The club leader Mio is a self-designated god who is afraid of cats. Arashiko Yuno has a severe fear of men, and the club advisor Michiru Unugawa is a sadist who enjoys making people cosplay. Together with other wacky characters such as Yumi Mamiya, a talented masseuse, and Yuno's best friend, and Noah Hiragi, the president of the Invention Club, they all learn about the importance of acceptance and kindness. Bridge to the Starry Skies. Kazuma Hoshino is preparing himself for a new stage of his life as a teenager. Because of his brother Ayuma's weaker-than-average health, their parents thought it best for the family to move out from the city to a more rural environment. Now the two brothers are off to the inn where they'll be staying until their parents can settle affairs back in the city and set up their new home. Their arrival to the inn doesn't go as planned though when they catch the wrong bus, wind up in the middle of nowhere, Ayuma gets his hat stolen by a wild monkey, and Kazuma gets lost in the wood trying to track the animal down. It all leads to a chance encounter with a spirited young girl named Yui, who Kazuma ends up accidentally falling onto and kissing while she tries leading him back to the bus stop. This hardly sits well with Yui's friends Ibuki, who swiftly kicks Kazuma and sends him on his way. Much to Kazuma's continued horror, his bad luck is perpetuated at the end thanks to his landlady Senka and her slightly perverted sense of humor, and then finding out that the two of his classmates are the girls he embarrassed himself in front of back in the woods. Lock and Key. Based on the manga series by Hiromitsu Takeda, this romantic comedy is about Takeru Oyama, a typical perverted teenage boy. His new school doesn't require entrance exams, and it just turned co-ed. Unfortunately, his dreams of a happy high school life are dashed when he finds out this school is much more than it seems. All of the students wield a special item, a Makin, to unleash their magical abilities in duels. Can Takeru find a Makin that works for him, even while trying to fit in a new school and dealing with all kind of girl problems?
Hybrid X Heart, Magius Academy Ataraxia. Hida Kazuna possesses the HHG, or the Heart Hybrid Gear ability, but it is not strong enough to make him particularly important. His older sister calls him to transfer to a strategic defense school, where many of the students, many of which are very large-breasted girls, use their Heart Hybrid Gear ability to fight invaders from another world while wearing extremely skimpy pilot outfits. Kazuna's fighting ability doesn't measure up, but his sister has another plan. Apparently having erotic experiences with Kazuna will allow the girls to replenish their energy or power up. It looks like his new school life is going to be full of embarrassment. Is the testament of Sister New Devil. Running into your new stepsister in the bathroom is not the best way to make a good first impression, which Basara Tojo learns the hard way. When his father suddenly brings home two beautiful girls and introduces them as his new siblings, he has no choice but to accept them into his family. Busty redhead Mio and petite silver-haired Maria. But when these seemingly normal girls reveal themselves as demons, Mio, the former demon lord's only daughter, and Maria, her trusted succubus servant, Basara is forced to reveal himself as a former member of the clan of heroes, sworn enemies of the demons. However, having begun to care for his new sisters, Basara instead decides to protect them with his powers and forms a master-servant contract with Mio to keep watch over her. With the heroes observing his every move and the constant threat of hostile demons, Basara has to do the impossible to protect his new family members. Moreover, the protector himself is hiding his own dark secret that still haunts him to this day.